But what I like racing. I don't know how many of you guys like doing that, but that's, I feel like all these activities, grilling meats, racing cars, are probably two of the most fun things that you can do. So yeah. But it is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human still. But I was just referring to myself in the past. Not that I was not human.
There's some pretty good ones, especially, one of the crazy things when you do these live Q&As is some of them are very silly. So we got one. Mark, are the allegations true that you are secretly a lizard? I'm gonna have to go with no on that. I am not a lizard, but keep the high quality comments coming in, please. This is surely on track to be a great live Q&A if we continue getting stuff at that level of quality. There's actually a lot of funny stuff in here too.
And Trump all use these increasing amounts of data to focus
our activities.
Cambridge Analytica was able to purchase.
Conservatives, and I just was a.
How many data categories do you store? Does Facebook store on the categories that you collect?
Senator, can you clarify what you mean by data categories?
Well, there's some past reports that have been out there that indicate that Facebook collects about 96 data categories for those 2 billion active users. That's 192 billion data points that are being generated, I think, at any time from consumers globally. So how many does Facebook store out of that? Do you store any?
Senator, I'm not actually sure what that is referring to.
Kenneth, Mark, give me the Zucc. But you can follow up and tell me what that means, and I'll try my best to do it for you. What's the whole Zucc thing? Zucc. I haven't seen this before.
This is an email from Harvard. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Alright, so you want me to open this?
I don't know.
Does that sound like it? I think it is.
What does it say?
Wait, yeah, put it away for a second.
I can't see it.
Oh, man. Yay.
What?
I got accepted.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right! Yes! Great. Okay, we are now focusing on the newest, or one of the newest members of Harvard's class of 2006, and the dog that belongs to one of the newest members of the class of Harvard 2006.
Could somebody call you up and say, I want to see John Kennedy's file?
Absolutely not.
Could you, if not, could you, not would you do it, could you do it?
In theory.
Do you have the right to put my data, a name on my data, and share it with somebody?
I do not believe we have the right to do that.
Do you have the ability?
Senator, the data is in the system, so...
Do you have the ability?
Technically, I think someone could do that, but that would be a massive breach. So we would never do that.
It would be a breach.
Are you willing to change your business model in the interest of protecting individual privacy?
Congresswoman, we have made and are continuing to make changes to reduce the amount of
No,
data.
are you willing to change your business model in the interest of protecting individual privacy?
Congresswoman, I'm not sure what that means.
If I choose to terminate my Facebook account, can I bar Facebook or any third parties from using the data that I had previously supplied for any purpose whatsoever?
Yes, Senator. If you delete your account, we should get rid of all of your information.
You should, or
we do
you?
We do.
How about third parties that you have contracted with to use some of that underlying information, perhaps to target advertising for themselves? You can't. Do you claw back that information as well, or does that remain in their custody?
Well, Senator, this is actually a very important question. I'm glad you brought this up because there's a very common misperception about Facebook. that we sell data to advertisers, and we do not sell data to advertisers.
Well,
We don't sell
you
data
clearly
to anyone.
rent it.
Quite a story, right? Dorm room to the global behemoth that you guys are, only in America. Would you agree with that?
Senator, mostly in
You
America.
you couldn't do this in China, right? Or what you did
Well,
in 10 years.
Well, Senator, there are some very strong Chinese internet companies.
Right, but you're supposed to answer yes to this question.
Even if Facebook doesn't earn money from selling data, doesn't Facebook earn money from advertising based on that data?
Yes, Congresswoman, we run ads. That's the business model is running ads.
How do you sustain a business model in which users don't pay for your service?
Senator, we run ads. Yeah. That was really cold.
It's always very difficult to offer specific critiques from the outside before you get into this, because I think one thing that I've learned is that everyone has opinions on what you should do, and like running the company, you see a lot of specific nuances on things that are not apparent externally, and I often think that some of the discourse around us could be better if there was more kind of space for acknowledging that there's certain things that we're seeing internally that guide what we're doing. But
Sure.
But I don't know. I mean, because since you asked what is going well, you know,